healing going within. And it's kind of like when you go in a deep sleep, and we're going to tap into that deep of your memory, and we're going to listen to your body instead of you just talking. And we're going to have your body talk for you, to yourself. And we're going to, our emotions can have a voice, or if they're, say, if you can give them a human assistant, we will tell a whole lot of damn secrets about us. Okay? So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to give your emotion a voice.
Okay.
And we're going to let it speak. Remember what I said. We're meant to survive, but not to live life successfully. And in ourselves and everything, it's all the imprints on how to live your life successfully. So we're going to give your emotion a voice. Okay? And we're going to let each of the emotions in your body tell a story so you can be one with it. Okay? And when we do that, what's going to end up happening is we're going to find out where in our body, okay, the physical part, where it holds it, why it holds it, is going to tell us if it comes from your mom's side, your dad's side, how many generations did it come from. It can go to that, to when you received the message. When did it become a trauma for you? Are there protective barriers around it, and why? And is your body ready to release it or not? And if it doesn't want to release it, we just leave it alone, because it's not, because we don't want to trigger more or magnify it. Okay. Because what happens is, and you know that the physical takes more of a toll, okay, but the emotional part of it, it seems to be more draining, and it seems to last longer, okay. And if we don't, it starts to affect us physically. It starts to affect us emotionally, okay. And it somehow we inherit and we make it into our story instead of just the moment. So that's kind of what emotional releasing is. But relax. All you're going to do is you're just going to stand.
Okay.
And you don't have to speak. Your body's going to speak for you. And your body's just going to respond to the questions. And it's going to tell its story. Okay. I'm going to touch you, feel you. No. Okay. And you're going to stand shoulders apart. Just like that. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to align with the universe's magnetic force.
My name is Lena.
And watch your body. Does it move forward or does it move back?
Forward.
Okay. Congratulations. Your body knows. Okay. Your name is Lena. Okay. Now, say, I am male.
I am male.
And watch your body. Does it go backwards? Okay. It knows that you're not a male. Say, I am female.
I am female.
And watch your body forward. Okay. And just Lena's definition of what an emotion is.
It's, well, something you feel within, almost like a trigger.
Okay. So out of the multiple plethora of feelings that you could have picked, why do an emotional one? Why pick two of these emotions? What were you feeling? What were you thinking? What's going through?
I feel a lot of, there's a lot of certain emotions that I feel that I internalize and I keep kind of buried within. So I kind of want to know why and just clarity on where that's coming from and how to be more in tune with my emotions and how to...
So right now, when you're saying in tune or being one with it, how are you defining it? Like what's going on? What are you feeling that, hey, this is what resonates with me. Hey, this is what I need right now. Because everyone could say, hey, yeah, we all feel emotion. We've been taught, especially girls,
Right.
you know, we're sensitive or blah, 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 emotion. But to some people say, you do that yourself. Why come to a healing to understand your emotion when it's yours?
Right. So, a lot of anxiety and a lot of fear is And mostly what
And so you want to know where that's coming
feel.
from?
Yes.
Alright. So, is there any expectations?
Why I'm feeling that way and how I can deal with it in a healthier way, I guess.
Okay, fair enough. Like I told you, emotion is energy. Everything is energy. But emotion is energy. Okay? And you know, someone can trigger you, someone can do that, and you can be having a great day, and all of a sudden feel crap. Feel shitty, feel depressed, feel something, hear a song, it triggers you. It can either lower your vibe or increase your vibe. So that's how powerful an emotion is. But where does it come from? And why our muscles? Any idea?
Heart.
You ready?
All right, I'm ready.
Okay. So, what we're going to do is you're just going to stand. Okay, so listen to each emotion and let's see which way your body goes. Abandonment. B. A. Low. Betrayal. Loneliness. Loss. Let's start with abandonment and see where it's coming from. So, abandonment. Paternal side. Maternal side. Paternal side. One generation. 2 generation, 3 generation, 4 generation. Or to experience it, abandonment in the womb. 1 to 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2. Are there any heart walls with abandonment? Can you tell me how many layers? 1, 2, 3. 3. What is it made out of? Paper. Plastic. Wood. All 3. Are you ready to clear? You ready to clear this abandonment? There we go. Inhale. Feel loud and take your breath. Inhale. Push it up. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. And 1 more time. Releasing abandonment issue. Coming from the maternal side. Bring it all up. Go. How we cleared abandonment. How we released all 3 walls. 1, 2, 3. Besides abandonment, we release. Okay, and out. Betrayal. Maternal side. Paternal side. Maternal side. How many generations? 1, 2. Where did it get imprinted? In the womb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where does it come from? I mean, what materials is it made out of? Paper, cardboard, plastic, bricks. How many layers? 1, 2, 3. Are you ready to release betrayal? Releasing betrayal from a maternal side to generations. Okay. 3 layers. Lay by the breath. You ready? Here we go. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Hold it and take it down a little bit more. Chakra from the maternal side. Here we go. Inhale. Forgiveness and betrayal from the maternal side. Release it now. Go. One more time. Inhale. And let's let your body release it. The part of itself and was releasing. And exhale. How we release the emotional trap of betrayal. Inhale again, one more time. Let it go. It is not your burden. It is not your story. Let's go. Let it all go. I'm allowing to let it go now. It is not mine. It is not my story. I forgive myself for holding it. It is not mine. It's not my energy. There we go. Inhale and hold it. Claim your power, releasing betrayal. One more time. Let go. Exhale. How do you release betrayal? Let it go. And there you go. We're going to feel it here. Inhale. Help you release betrayal. I want you to feel the betrayal in your hand. And then pressing your button. Squeeze your hand. Feel all the anger coming into your hand. Here we go. And feel all the betrayal. Make a fist as tight as you can. Feel it, feel it, feel it. Hold it, hold it, hold it. When I press in the button, release it. Go. Let go of your hand. There we go again. Make a fist and let go. It's not your story. And go. Okay, how we release? Emotion chakra betrayal. Release all 3 layers of betrayal. 1, 2, and 3. Release the last layer of betrayal. And let you go. Here we go. It's not your story. Release it. It's going to cause so much pain on you. It's not your story. Let go. Get back to the universe. So you can finally learn to love fully. And hold it. And let go. How we release the last layer of betrayal. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Eternal side. You tell me how many generations? 1. 1. 1 was an imprint. The womb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12, 15 years, 'Is there any heart wall? Is there any heart wall? No heart wall. Just that. Okay. Are you ready to release it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Deep breath in. And release it. Okay. Has lonely trap of emotion, loneliness been released? Okay. The feeling of loss. Here we go. Maternal. Paternal. Yours. 3, 4, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16. Is there any heart walls? Tell me how many. 1, 2, 3. You tell me what it's made out of. Paper. Wood. 1 wood. 2 wood. A brick. 2 wood. 1 brick. Are you ready to release it? Trap emotion across. Is it all 3 layers? 1, 2. Why? Going through different sections of the body. Odd. Even. A, B. Failure. Lack of control. Maternal side, paternal side, maternal side, paternal side, maternal side first, generation 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Paternal 1, 2. When was it imprinted in the womb? 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. Is there heart walls? How many? 1, 2. Paper. Plastic. Are you ready to release the trapped emotion of failure? Have a released emotion. Go. We release both layer. 1, 2. I released it from maternal side. I released it from paternal side. It's a trap emotion failure gone. The feeling of losing control. Maternal side. Paternal side. How many generation? 1, 2. When was it imprinted in you? 1. In the room. 3, 4, 10. How many walls are there? And how many blocks? 1. Is there any walls or blocks? 2, 3. Is it paper? Is it plastic? 3 plastic? Are we ready to release? Breathe in. Hold it and then you're ready to release it. Release it. And let it go. Release the trapped emotion, lack of control. All layers. 1, 2, 3. So we need to go back to 1. We need to go back to 1. Going back to 1. Walls. And release. Okay. I will release the trapped emotion, lack of control. 1, 2, and 3. Feeling of low self-esteem. Here we go. It's the maternal side. Is it paternal side? How many generation? 1. When was it imprinted? In the womb? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 2, 3. Are there walls with this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 10. 3. Paper, plastic, wood, 1 wood, 2 wood, 3 wood, are you ready to release? Doubt, insecure, all being released. One more time. Inhale and release. And one more time. Inhale and release. Okay, the feeling of self-doubt, lack of confidence being released. Okay, we will let it go. Feeling not confident, the insecurity. 1, 2. 1, 2. We need to repeat that. Yes. No doubt. Insecurity being released right now. Hold it as much as you can and push it with all the force that you can. Push my hand out. Okay. To release emotion of insecurity. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Has the wall spin down? Knocked down? Okay, releasing the wall. Okay, take a deep breath as we align your energy. One more time. And stay in your space until you're good and ready to come back. And state your name. My name is Nina.
My name is Nina.
Step into my power.
Step into my power.
I am light.
I am light.
I am love.
I am love. I allow myself to be free.
I am who I am and I'm okay.
I am who I am and I am okay.
Deep breath and visualize that light within you. Feel the universal light all around you. Feel the energetic vibration of your emotion starting to balance and guide you through your path. And just be one. Let your body move. And just allow to feel the vibration of your body as you become one with the energetic force. just listen to your body and let it move. How do you feel?
Good.
Having to look. We still have a lot. It's going to take several hours. So I did half, and I usually don't try to do all session. Because if I do, it's a lot of energy work. Okay. So, and this is just, it's front and back. So that's what I always say. So, there's 6 rows. We work on the heart, and then we work on the stomach, which is core. So how was your experience?
It was pretty cool. It was pretty surreal.
Why?
Just allowing my body
To have it stored?
Yeah. But I didn't even know what was happening. It was just going. I was like, oh.
So you weren't faking it?
No. I'm like, okay, I guess that's where I'm going.
Uh-huh.
So it was pretty.
And that's kind of what we talked about in the beginning, about the memory muscle.
Mm-hmm.
And even though it felt like you were in a trance and you were just surrendering to who you were, you heard the questions.
Mm-hmm.
And how your body was able to say, was it from my mom's side, was it from my dad's side? When you heard that, what was going through your mind?
I have no clue, but yeah, in my mind I can't answer those questions.
Yeah, or like, yeah, because they're imprints.
Right.
You know, like, how the hell am I supposed to know
Yeah,
if it's mom
know?
and dad? But it's amazing to see how your body,
Exactly.
or like, and the conscious mind is like, I don't know how many freaking generation, but your body was able to know,
To respond.
And it wasn't the questions that we were asking were deep, but there was no hesitation, there was no blockage of the frontal, there was no denial. Your body, like I've always said, your body is going to snitch on you because it wants you to be happy. We're not programmed to be sad, we're not programmed, to live in misery.
Yeah.
So it's going to snitch. You just need someone to listen to it.
Cool.
Okay. So we were able to see maternal, paternal. We were able to see where it was imprinted in your body, because that's one of the hardest things. I don't know when the hell it was imprinted, but it was able to tell that. And you could even see that no matter how many damn walls did I put up? But your body was going, yeah, this is how many walls. And you heard me ask about the materials.
Right.
Yeah, to me that's the very crucial part. So say if it's, you had some here that were paper and plastic. Yeah, so that really just told me that I want someone to hear me. I want someone that I'm not fully closed off, that I still believe. So my walls are paper, so it's easy to punch through.
Right.
So it's like you haven't truly given up faith in those things,
Yeah.
I mean, if there's an imprint, there's stuff. But if someone was just to listen, someone was just to hear you, you still have that trusting nature in you. You still have the faith in you and stuff. So that was kind of cool thing, because I've seen people have steels and like 100 walls that had to be cleared. And so yours wasn't that, but it also made me realize how much of healing you've done. Maybe back then, 5 years ago, we would have had 100 walls to clear or whatever it was. So on the emotion, remember what I said, it's your GPS. It's emotion, it's energy that takes you where you want to go. And I asked you earlier about, well, where do you want to go? I don't know what the hell that means. I mean, I can have a visual, I can have a picture, but for my body and my mind to fully be together and really truly know where to go, I don't know. So when we went through some of the emotions, kind of like abandonment, you know, was eternal side, you know. And you can say, yeah, I've always, there's a jealousy part of me, you know, or that fear, though, you know, or I overreact when people say bye. You know, I have a hard time letting go. Some people can say, no, just let it go, it's done. But you hold on to it, you know, to understand that's when the paternal side, and the thing that I'm picking up is you're close to Dad, but he was always working. He was never really present. He was never really there. Physically, he was there, but the emotional attachment wasn't there. He was always too busy. And if you happen to know, that's where we develop our personality. Okay, and so 4, from birth to 4, is trust versus mistrust. So there was a lot of mistrust with the male, and that came from the daddy side, and it was imprinted at 4 years old. And so every male that you see, a sense of that is like it's almost like a comparison. They're gonna find someone better, or they're gonna leave me, they're gonna do this. Because it was an imprint, like a DNA imprint in you, set by the paternal side. Okay? And it wasn't even your dad, so you can't say, Daddy, you did this. It's 4 generations. It's 4 generations of your dad, his dad, and that. That's how they've been with the family. So that was imprinted in you. And it was wood, so like the jealousy, the abandonment, you're like, you're still able to tame it, but it still does the mind fuck on you. Stuff, okay? But you don't hold on to it and you define it. You're in the middle range. Maybe if it wasn't caught later on, you'd be more on the middle part. Okay, so it's kind of like that. So, does that make sense?
Very much.
Okay, so betrayal, you know. So that part came from your maternal side, and that one was actually imprinted 2 generations, so your mom and your grandma. So there's been a lot of that betrayal on the female side, but along with it, the betrayal came from a sense of feeling lonely and the insecurity, and it caused to be impulsive. Does that make sense? And there was a lot of anger, there was a lot of things, you owned it. And it was first imprinted in you at 7 years old, 7, 8 years old. So it could be 2 generations, mom and grandma. It could be something that you suppress, or whatever it is, but it started at 7 years old and stuff. You know, and that's one of the things that we spent a lot of time on, and we had to keep going over. So the first imprint of that abandonment was really strong. It was able to let go 2 and 3 really fast, but the first time you saw it, it wasn't willing to let it go, because you used it as your defense mechanism to fuel your anger, to fuel all that stuff. You know, if you don't have that excuse, what will you have? Then you just have you. If you don't, you can't blame people. Well, see, they're going to leave me anyway. They're going to do this and everything because I'm not good. You can't find any other reason to victimize yourself. See? And now, and the thing is like, you played the victim, but now it's like, okay, I'm taking that all away. Damn, I don't have nothing else. I don't have nothing to blame. I can't blame me anymore. They just wanted to leave because they just have to go. So it's letting go of control. But the control part was, your control part was victimizing you. No different from the cutter or whatever it was. So if you let that go, then you have no choice but to love you. You know?
Yeah.
And that's kind of scary.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. So.
It's almost like I'm
So
hidden behind.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You know, because now you have to say, I am worthy, I am loved, I am that. You know? And there was a lot more on the maternal side that came out, because it went from the low self-esteem and the lack of control, feeling like your life is spiraling, and that's how you felt majority of your life. Was that out of things, everything is like you take it to the extreme of everything, and that's kind of a victimization. And I know you said you're vegan, but part of the vegan part that you do is because you were so sensitive to everything. Your stomach hurted a lot and everything, but that's also because of these trapped emotions. So even eating part, which should have been just pleasure, you have deprived yourself of simple pleasure because you're not worthy of it. So the feeling of failure, the feeling of I don't have my life in control, you know, I don't deserve anything, so why should I? You had a sense, one of your coping skills was to push everybody away before they can even get close to you. So you self-sabotage a lot of things. Okay. So right now we did the heart, and we did the stomach part, the work. So how you feel about overall so far? I guess you still have a lot.
And it's like a puzzle. Now I have to put together. Okay,
But
that's what happened.
So we decided to give your thing a voice. How did it feel that you're not the only one giving it a voice, but this is your voice of truth?
It's
unexplainable.
unexplainable. But
isn't
you're
it
right.
trippy?
It's true. It's like legit.
Isn't it trippy how your body
It just goes.
it just goes with
Yeah.
it? It's like, you snitch.
How did you know that?
Okay, so
Or at some point I was like, oh, when the first time I heard the trail, I'm like, I better be moving forward.
it was hard. It was hard to let it
but
go.
that's when, that one definitely
Okay.
I kept.
So I didn't finish everything because it's a session that we're gonna have to do,
Okay.
and maybe a lot will want to follow and say, "Hey, the Leah story. Let's see what goes on. What else?" Because you still have 1, 2, 3, 4 chapters to go.
Wow. I'm all for it.
All right. You good?
Yes, I'm good.
All
Thank
right.
you so
There you
much.
go.
Thank you.